Good morning. I'm John Hudson, pastor of the Pilgrim United Church of Christ in Sherburne, Massachusetts, and the writer of Spiritually Speaking, a weekly newspaper column for Gannett Media, and I welcome you to another of my twice weekly video essays with thoughts about how all of us can lean into and get through these strange and amazing days. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So goes the cliche, the truism that is supposed to govern life for many humans. The idea that once we are set in our ways, that once we get into a groove and feel comfortable with how we do something or just how we live, we won't be able to change or adapt or grow or shift to live life in a brand new way. I know I'm a creature of habit. I go to the same places every summer for vacation. I eat at the same restaurants because I know exactly what to expect. Heck, I've been writing a weekly newspaper column for 25 years, and always on Monday mornings, I am what I am until life shifts. Life changes. Life zigs when I thought it would zag. And then I must adapt. Adapt. One of the realities that's most amazed me about COVID 19 these past months is the amazing adaptability of so many folks to a fast changing and immediate threat that forced all of us to change in overnight, to online schooling for our kids and online work for the adults in the house, change from everyone being in church to everyone watching church on Facebook Live, change, masks in public, staying 6 feet apart. A whole new world has come to us because of the pandemic, and I'd say most of us have adapted very well. And why? I think it's because we humans have within us a much deeper capacity for strength and courage and flexibility and going with the flow than we might imagine. I think of the 70 and 80 and even 90 something folks in the church I serve who have taken to Zoom as if they are old technology pros. Now, most of us, okay, all of us, would not have freely chosen the huge dislocation we've all experienced because of the pandemic, but most of us have done what we have to do to change in response to this once in a century event. And I think we need to give ourselves credit for this truth. We've adapted and we've adapted well. It reminds me of one of my favorite scripture passages by St. Paul. When confronted with all manner of life changes and challenges, this is what Paul writes. I have learned to be content with whatever I have. I know what it is to have little, and I know what it is to have plenty. In any and all circumstances, I have learned the secret of being well fed and of being hungry, of having plenty and of having little. To be content, to accept life as it is in this moment, and then to do whatever we have to do to continue to thrive, to live, to shift, to change, to adapt, and then somehow to find spiritual contentedness and spiritual centeredness in the midst of this crazy and beautiful thing called human life. We can do it. We've done it since March, and we are going to have to continue to adapt, perhaps for a year, even longer. And though it may not be much fun for the short term, though it may call for sacrifice, though it might push all of us old dogs to learn new tricks, I am convinced that through faith and hope and perseverance, we can continue to carry on. Carry on and do what we have to do to adjust and zig and zag and live into this new reality in 2020 and beyond. We are so much stronger, so much more adaptable than we might think. Remember that. Trust that. Thanks for joining me. Our church offers worship every Sunday morning on this Facebook page at 9:50 a.m., and we invite you to join us. Take care, and I pray that you and yours, that your loved ones, that all of us, that we can keep the faith. Be well, stay safe, and God bless us, and God bless our whole world.